Kevin Taylor eguswa okili Jandam. Mahama NDC for a promo campaign say Ghana for 8 and Thomas Waba. Now, Omutimi, your normal and the president, our Ghana had a mono. One of the promises are Omutimi MK and they say, almost 10 free senior school, no Edako private schools.
I buy a starting free SHS. Omutra for private schools no going. Into Okonzema Bibia, private school be or na Ayama and Kodain Narco school. Your starting free SHS are. And I often na kofa omoma a free private school no e de call aban school if you say ho omuntua enti me dem say na school in kwa e na wo sa community no aban school bi e ni ho enso omofa nkoda no e free sa school no e de call another community a baby aban school wo enti nkoda no e ho akokire omo e wo sa school mu because omo doors over. We must work capacity bet me there far and Kodanibi. Intimacy in those cases, no. Also private school, no, yeah, they can't free SHS, no. Senebea almost so omohonchere omo na enkodano etimi.
Na bushu ataji ya yati den.
Once again, for emphasis and for the record, I, John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, will not cancel the free SHS program.
Kevin Taylor just say, Education Minister just say, we post on social media handle say, government at me allocated Skabia just say, Omodi Baba study free senior high school no edako private schools. When
free SHS na NPP forecast say. John Mahama any NDC for be gunu no asempapa bia befie meka kire Ghana for say nobody should trust the NPP omo ye wifo omo ya kromfo omo ya trofo. Now omo idea nyina ne say they are going to go out and lie. Now omo gin say omo twa atro na to aso a Ghana for be gedi e said the omo the year from 2012 to 2016 enye dwuma. And the education minister kasa our friend Haruna Idrisu Teni or say free SHS, we have decided to assign 150,000 students to private schools. Mokai say, John Mahama wo position no catch the Ghana for say the free SHS aba and trust say omo running a private schools a senior high schools no I will see a twa omo bo if we say almost a Ghana for sebio yempo almost contribute to the development of Ghana for nkwara.
Asamode a say private schools and I say mouthful and I say Ghana for amunko like our private schools no almost
wana wadi wa to nyame so also jom say onyame yada wana wadi wa to nyame also jom say onya 1 2 hallelujah 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 hallelujah
and I wish everyone would say more now before I comment now says I subscribe to YouTube channel where you or subscribe on like no comment no share the way me update Diana also be able now watch every John Dramani Mahama NDC for a campaign I just say omuko corners almost solicitors for vote no one of the promises which me make Ghana for imagine so eto abama omo say o metimi I extend free senior schools no e dey private schools.
Intimacy in those cases no also private school no yeah they can't free SHS no.
Nene Kevin Taylor betu just say free senior schools no just education minister ati me betu just say Ghana na say John Dramani Mahama ati me allocate ska say yentime extend free senior schools no e fan ko private schools abusham ye go ti in summer Kevin Taylor ati me kan
free SHS na NPP forecast say John Mahama any NDC for be gunu no asempapa bia befie meka kire Ghana for say nobody should trust the NPP. Omo ye yufo, omo ya kromfo, omo ya trofo. Now, omo idea nyina say they are going to go out and lie. Now, omo just say omo twa atrona to aswa. Ghana for BGD, and said the only year from 2012 to 2016, enye juma. And the education minister Kasa, our friend Harry Idrisu Teni, or say, free SHS, we have decided to assign 150,000 students to private schools. Mokai say, John Mahama wo position no catch the Ghana for say the free SHS aba. And just say, omo running a private schools, a senior high schools, no, I will see a job more. If we say, almost a Ghana for Sebio, Yempo, almost contribute to adding the development of Ghana for Nkwara. Inti John Mahama in opposition, no, catch there a year kufuado abai say, Mama yen trap private schools nimbo. Sebio Ghana ni na wenyeska, and also ono super se obie school. Na Sebio Nkwara mo Ghana dodo no, omo nya aban school kura nkwa, omo so betumi aba sa school ma yen nyina ya boa chichire oman no. Inti eden na aban ekase free SHS aba, emwa odebe boa sa Nkwara no, ompese odebe boa private schools no so ma omo so afa Ghana Nkwara ni bi. Inti ende John Mahama through a education minister, omo de asem papa bi aba, omo say Nkwara 150,000. Omo beche omo de omo ma private schools no. If you say private schools no so no, omo hia aban mmoa. Inti send be ya yenya sa overcrowding. Remember, red, blue, green na yeko your friend shift system no, and a double track no. Because schools, majority of schools are now Ghana no. Na Nkwara ne doors che schools no. Ekufo de ne NPP omo jiminti. E-blocks no mo beto ye no. Omo ntuma nsibia nka ho. And then the did double track ne by an Nkwara ne bitifie na ebiko school. You see aban say Nkwara 150,000 no. Omo be che omo ama accredited senior high schools private. Na aban so ayeden aso omo sene kakra sene be ya school Nkwara no dodo ombetwa no omo nyina benya school akọ. Nti this is how you govern. You see, so you don't leave some people behind. So what chichire maya onka say o ya ban into weja ankura we chire Ghana your situation baby edru no say yenya ankura emo man so ya sene a ade bi aban baby abedin because right now as we speak the government of Ghana cannot employ over 800,000 people. That is the biggest capacity of my employ. Inti busa say nipa 800,000 pen aban betuma form a omo maka no mu page one why na be so form e was a private entities and I say ankura ne form. Na se ankura no aban ni ne omo endi nsa woso na aban amboa ankura ama ankura na ehu se omo so row no ebetumi aboa ma ya chichire man na ebe den na aban achichire man no nti ebe hia say the government collaborates with the private sector to build the country, the education sector, the unemployment sector, the employment sector, the agriculture sector, the social, every sector the government needs to work with the private sector. Into this initiative by the NDC government led by John Mahama and then the competent education minister Harry Idrisu, this is going to ease the pressure on the public senior high schools. School be oha omuntu mi fanipa 4,000, but because abino Ekufo adu no mo jiminti no masesa Nkwara na koguo na so nkro nsuo ewi omo na Nkwara ni nya nsuo nom abra ye wo private schools e wo Ghana aban betumi ni omodi nsawoso na Nkwara ni bi so akoho na aban ene private schools na tenase ahwe sene omo so betumi aboa asustain sa Nkwara na omo ho no. Into the government today John Mahama ebo a ohye Ghana fo ebo a ohye awofo se obedi president a ontwa free SHS mu obedi president free SHS no obehye kena ama even omo ya private schools no senior high schools are private no John Mahama ka say obehye kena mo omo nyina no at the end of the day no ayeden at the end of the day no omo nya ho mfaso ama ye nyina nya ho mfaso enti ebo a John Mahama share Ghana no sa ebo no na ende wedi so Harry Idris say omo decide omo ka omo adwene si omo so omo befa nipa 150,000 no oma Nkwara no de ama private senior high schools no na Nkwara na nkomo beka fie no omu nyina so enya edin school akọ into ya wofo a mensuro double track system no ye betwam NDC be ye free ho John Mahama ne NDC say Nkwara no ebi nko blue enko green enko red Nkwara no nyina be ko school the same day no man ba midterms the same day no man sa amakwan the same day obi entumi meka nchem say abena ko ye no na ade na moma ba obi abeko September no obi aba November obi abeko June no obi aba July ye nyina abeko school the same time ne ye nyina aba fie the same time eba sana jantra na nkora ne bo no esu betwa efise enne obi tia senkregwa odwen se de ba ko school enso ne ba e wo second track ne ba na ka che ne ma me se okɔ school otafo miken oteboy bi nchen e bo nkwan anadwo akora no ye de ti aboban ene ye bo ne to saa nyoma no esu betwa efise ya bena ba eye ekuata so aba untimi kan chem se ya bena ba ma ekuata mba ye because ye nyina ye ma kwan pe ene ye nyina ekɔ school pe. Inti John Mahama ebo a ohye Ghana fo no ebo no na wadi so fenkyem John Mahama akire Ghana fo say sa ensam a one Ghana fo kan ye a bro different social contract no sa ebo a ohye Ghana fo no odi ebo no so, and every single day John Mahama follows every single thing he has told Ghanaians. Inti Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo at a point instead say ode private school for no eba be kan na omaje nkwara ne bi na ye nyina kyekere man na bom no ode ne kwasia ka kire Ghana for say ye pa obi a ope no onfa ne banko private school onfa ne kwasia onfa ne banko private school saa na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo ne NPP for enkwasea som ka kire Ghana no na Ghana for awofo ka se nana se sia nkwara no schools na bo ape so ade na won ne private school for no enka mutimbom na moso omomfa bi na aban ne omndi adwuma Nana Akufo-Addo ka kire Ghana for awofo so omomfo kwasia nko na the person in the back of private school no on the back enko private school achichide no asem o kan ye ni.
Let me express before I sit down my difference with the president of the bar on one critical issue. People who can afford to pay fees for the education of their wards should send them to fee-paying private schools. Public schools, that is schools funded by the taxpayer, should be free to all who would otherwise be unable to pay for their education. That is why the numbers of pupils who have access to secondary education has doubled since the introduction of the free senior high school policy.
Oni bia ya pa enkwasiafo no mo ye lawyers let wo bom nsem omo no mo to mo nye lawyers o because politics say jimi enti akokora ne kan kwasiasem akokora ne jimi na ye nyamra ntie ne maba wote wo say ye lawyers omo bom nsem say nwan asem Akufo-Addo ka nyansa be ne wo ma wo say lawyer ni etena ho boni nsem ekire wo jimi ekire law na mkoye wo school no majority of you did not get the right passes. A criminal, nyoma ne dumbe pay law school or emombe lawyers. Because the president standing before you know, in some way can him. Now, if the government is the one taking care of kids in public schools, sir. Now, if the government decides to offload some of the kids to private schools, sir, the budget for those kids are more public school. No, that same budget can be given to those kids that have been loaned or have been given to the private schools. What difference does it make? Because I was spending 10 Ghana a day on every child in public school. Now you don't have the facility to, at the end of the day, take all these kids and Kwarani enya baby india, baby on double track a koswa. What you need to do is offload some of the kids, give them to private schools that have accommodation. And if you are spending 10 Ghana cedis on every child, I'll call private school, a government school, why don't you give the 10 Ghana cedis to the private school? For the private school to also make some money. Into for the president to make this childish, stupid, ignorant statement, for people calling themselves lawyers to say, yes, yeah, boy, and seminal, then it means Ghana has a problem. Then it means Ghana as a nation, we need to relook at some people who stand in court to say, they are knowledgeable enough to defend people. Because as Sama Akufo-Addo kano hono, Jimmy Kasanana or kano. Because nobody has said, Mema abai enye free education. But is the government ready to be able to accommodate all these kids? No. The schools are over to, you know. Did you build the schools? No. So what do you have to do? So won't you build the facilities, you know, to accommodate all the kids? And you have private schools that are willing to take them. Why don't you give it to the private schools? And then the money that you'll be using to feed these kids, accommodation or whatever, you pay to the private schools. Technically, you are now helping the private schools to also be sustainable. So what is so difficult about this for this dwarf to stand before men with their balls in their asses to say, Obia Onya Saron from the Bangkok private school, na enkwasi 70 politics Jimmy enti People were clapping. Yenjimi. Are we not stupid? Because I was a Ghana. Omo mo ka brofu bebrebe no mo jimi. Me ka sem we akere mo saa mo jimi ndi. We say Ghana. Obi o ka brofu bebrebe o Ghana bia we jimi. I'm telling you. Because you know, eti se bibini a obo mpaye wa brofu. Let me tell you the honest truth. Me say Ghana na mote no. Omo a wo hu omo so mo ka brofu bebre o Ghana no, omo jimi. They are ignorant. Because wo bibini a wo bibini a ujina sorry dem a one onyankopon kasa no a untumi nka no wan kasa o kasem ema onyankopon hu problem no we Jimmy, you are wasting your time in front of your God. Because asemi a wo be ka no wakoma mu wo brofu twi mu no brofu untumi nka eni tina wo so da ya wo so wo kasa ye de wom wo so da ya on so da ya wo brofu mu. There's a reason ti a wo da na wo so da ya wo so da ya wo ahonam. O kasa wo daye dem a o ka wona o ti ase wo ahonem enitina o ti daye ase e wa asante kasem enitina o daye no o be huna o kasa na o kasa mfante kasem because eno ena nyame dia dua wo mu enti sa opese no nyankopon kasa o kasa o nyame beti ase enti sa nkwase afrom go na o mo sori a hey baba eni e ka brofo asori dem no they don't even know what they want. And unless you understand, because akoma no eni onyankopon ne di nkomo into wajiri ya ose brofu de free wano eba no ene ema onyame tie wa into Akufo-Addo nsema woka no. The issue here is that Nana-Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo brofu na woka no nti ama omo mutio na ejimi nti omo say he's making sense. He wasn't making sense.